Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the brand new 2022 Disney Plus / Marvel Studios original special, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. So this is written and directed by James Gunn. Kevin Feige had announced previously that this was the first Marvel property production that they had planned to do on Disney Plus when Disney Plus launched. But Disney Plus launched back in 2019, so for this to be the first thing for Marvel that they planned to do, that was a long time ago, and there was ups and downs with having James Gunn lead Guardians and then not, and then bringing him back, and then that's why Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was so heavily delayed. We just saw them within the very beginning of Thor: Love and Thunder. So this is after Thor: Love and Thunder, but now they gloss over very quickly in the beginning of this how the Guardians team now owns Nowhere, how they bought it from the collector. But, like, there's a story behind it. So I'm very curious if the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will be that story, how they came to own Nowhere. And so it's going to be interesting. So this is a Christmas film. It's a special, excuse me. This is a Christmas special. And so they're all aliens, right? They're not from Earth. The Kraglin's telling Mantis a story of how Yondu ruined, Peter's first Christmas with one of Peter's first Christmases with them, upon the Ravager ship, and so it's funny because Kraglin doesn't know the rest of the story of Peter getting his blasters as a Christmas gift from Yondu in secret, and Peter giving Yondu his first little frog trinket that he keeps on his desks as his gift. The whole father and son thing, we see that within flashbacks of cartoons. Very cool how they did that. So to have this massive Christmas celebration going on in Nowhere, it felt very much like Whoville, and it was so cool seeing that. So the premise of this is Mantis talks to Drax about being Peter's sister, that they both have Ego as both their father, which you kind of assumed in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It wasn't actually said, but, it was assumed. So, Mantis is actually saying it. And Drax is Drax, and Groot is Groot, and Rocket is Rocket. Mantis is wonderful, and Mantis is assertive and a main character in this. She's the main character in this special. It's just so cool seeing that. Nebula is Nebula. Everybody does a great job with their respected characters. So Mantis wants to give Peter a great Christmas because it's close to Christmas time. Kraglin goes over, how he feels like Peter's getting more depressed because it's closer to Christmas via an Earth calendar. He still misses Gamora, things like that, right? So Mantis gets Drax to go with her to LA to get the legendary Kevin Bacon. I love how Mantis talks, and that's the gift. They want to steal Kevin Bacon, bring Kevin Bacon to Peter as a Christmas present, so that way he gets the legendary Kevin Bacon. But they don't know that Kevin Bacon is an actor until they capture Kevin Bacon at Kevin Bacon's house. Chaos ensues. Prior to that, Drax and Mantis, there you go, that's their ship name. Drax and Mantis go to a gay club, just shot after shot after shot. Oh my god, it was hysterical. I'm so happy that we can see these characters in these adult types of situations, because when we were first introduced to them in 2014, yeah, it's a PG-13 film, Guardians of the Galaxy 2014 film, but it's just so nice having the extended freedom of Disney Plus, where you can actually have these adult kind of connotations or scenarios with these adult characters. So it was cool seeing that. The two of them drunk off their asses on the curb trying to figure out how to find Kevin Bacon's house. Hysterical. Mantis using her powers here and there, and the two of them get to Kevin's house, and Drax is obsessed with this elf prop, and Mantis gets a candy cane, and Drax thinks it's a man. My family and I watched this on Black Friday, and we just laughed our asses off for 40 straight minutes, and it was just so cool. And getting Kevin to Peter on Nowhere, and Peter going on this whole anti-human trafficking monologue, hysterical. Kevin Bacon coming back into himself after Mantis reverses her powers, and then realizes after talking to Kraglin that he wants to give Peter some Christmas cheer, and then him and his band play. There's an alien band in the beginning that sings a human song, hysterical. Humans are so disgusting. It's wonderful. So it's a good Christmas uplifting film, and you just hear Cindy Lou Who's song, "Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you?" Right? You hear that as you see the sadness in Peter's eyes. And then to have Mantis confess to Peter and saying that Ego is their dad, and Peter saying, "Wait, that means you're my sister." And then she's like, "Are you mad?" And he's like, "Mantis, that's the greatest Christmas gift of all." And it's just so cute. It's so cute. It's like one of those "it's so fluffy I'm gonna die" moments, right? AKA Agnes from Despicable Me. It was so well done. And they're talking, Nebula's talking about Easter at one point, and asking, what's so special about Easter? And then it's just like, will there be an Easter special? I don't think so. I think it's all been established that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is the last time we're going to see everyone. Um, like, that's it. No more Guardians after Volume 3. Unless they've already filmed the Easter special and they just haven't announced it yet. It's just going to be like a surprise drop, which would be pretty awesome. And I know they filmed Guardians of the Galaxy 3 alongside holiday special. Like, that was all coinciding into one. So maybe at the end of Volume 3 they were filming the Easter special. I don't know. We'll find out. I love the Guardians crew. I've loved them since the very first preview I saw, July 7th, 2014, at the Regal Theater at the Tanger Outlets in Deer Park, New York, on Long Island with my family. It was a 14-minute preview, and my favorite movie poster is that. It's the preview poster. It's just so awesome. And we got the whole breakout scene, and it was just so, we were all just, the whole audience was just like, what is this? Because no one knew what Guardians were. No one had any idea. To have this talking raccoon and this tree that says "I am Groot" and these different aliens, and then this random human named Peter Quill of all things, it was just so out there. We were like, bro, like, the movie was coming out in like 3 weeks or something like that, and it was just so it was just such a moment being in a theater with those people that you have no idea who the hell they were, watching this 14-minute preview of the next Marvel film. I don't even remember how we got an invite to it. It was just so random, and it was so cool, and it was just, we all just were like, it was so cool. It was, watching Marvel films with an audience is very special, and it's very uplifting, and it's very communal. It's a church. You go to the theater, you watch your mythological heroes do their things, and you all express your gratitude and grievances towards it, right? It's you're learning things, and you're expressing hope, and you're learning about life, and you're experiencing this together communally, and it's a moment, and it's cool to have that now within the Disney Plus property as well, because you can do that on your own terms. You have those good Marvel experiences in your head. Marvel's been around since 2008 in regards to blockbuster film and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Of course, technically, '02 was Spider-Man, but that's a Sony property. But then you go back to 2000s X-Men, which is technically a Fox property, even though Fox is now Disney, and Sony is partnered with Marvel/Disney within Spider-Man stuff. It's a thing. But my point being is that you watch these new things having the old things as good memories and nostalgia. So it's a duality of both. You get the nostalgia mixed with the new feelings at the same time, and it's cool. It's smart. And it's the way of film. Interesting how that works, to be within a property that's been going on for so long. Very cool. Very well done. Very great Christmas special. Very great soundtrack. And it was just so wonderful seeing it as a Whoville thing, even though it's called Nowhere. It was wonderful. Loved it. Loved it. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.